URO. Anything over 54 wires can't be done. Wire size is number 8 or larger, it's not encapsulating. If it's less than number 16, you have wire shield. 16s can go either way. All the rubber plants, order of preference: Sket, Koa, large strander. Sket, KOA, large strander. If the number of wires or spec is not on the 4 or 5 BART grid, we're going to enter the number of wires. We also can't call it first, full or third. If it's not on the spreadsheet at all, which goes down to, I don't know, 1/6, 1/12. If it's not on the spreadsheet, it's special neutral. The BART 4.5 or 2.5 is just FJ, TJ versus number of wires. Material field, we leave a space for wires, no space for flat straps. UROJ cannot have a copper tape, must have concentric wires. It can be MV90, but it is not necessarily MV90. Most goes out as MV90, but is not labeled as such. UROJ standard is compressed in aluminum or copper, compressed. And if we use component with copper, we have to do exceptions. That's going to come compact, and it's going to have a different insulation wall. Unjacketed URO is still done rarely, but occasionally. We're going to go and cut the shippers right out of CNC. We're going to do an LAB, and it's print CC. LAB print CC, cut to shippers coming out of there. All right, upper limit for concentric wire job, 18 number 16s can be a concentric wire job, but any more than that, and the big strander will snap the 16s. And I believe that's referring to 204 Richmond. All right, encapsulatable jackets. Obviously K63, also K69 polypropylene. R16 is encapsulated. R24, the two plastics, right? F33, the only PVC encapsulatable. And also the C84 semiconducting. Okay, so encapsulated is K63, K69, R16, R24, F33, C84SC. Assumable, K63, K69, F33. Those are the assumables for the 3 red stripes. Polyethylene, polypropylene, and PVC. Copper component in URO, you need an exception for the C53 wall, which is being reduced. Component is the equivalent of RS, and we'd be doing US with that normally. So my C53 is thicker with RS than it would be if I spun it up from scratch and used US. That's why copper component in UR needs the exceptions. And I see how big can we go on a full neutral? We no bid a 1000 MCM aluminum full neutral. We can't do the wires that make that full. And I see other upper limits. 46 number 9s is apparently a max, and 51 number 10s is a max. We can print UL90 on any UROJ cable with PE jacket, and MV105 only on UROJ with an FR Okasil F33 jacket. That's the rule. It doesn't change. We can put UL90 on any UROJ cable with the polyethylene jacket, and MV105 only on URO with the FR Okasil F33 jacket. Flat straps, the lay factor always 7.5. Must use RS. No U on the K63. It is still an extrudable jacket if the jacket is touching the C53. It's an EJ. For the product code, we will treat as 1/3 neutral. Do not call out the percent neutral on flat straps. No spec, use the number of straps. Richmond, the 865 Sket cannot do straps. Richmond, 865 Sket, that's the middle one, cannot do straps. Must be the 204 or the 829 KOA. And it must be less than 18 straps for the KOA in Richmond. It must be less than 18 straps for the KOA. So in Plant 7, straps are on 829 or 204. Ripcords. You always get 2 ripcords 180 degrees apart. Ripcords automatically get water blocking tape and water blocking powder. I've seen constructions where they don't get this. I'm thinking of the Tycos. We don't call out the water blocking powder in the description. We do call out the tape. We're going to run an ad line for Ripcords. We need the weight and the price. Single ply, 3-ply, and steel. Okay, single ply is pretty basic. 3-ply, we need to do something with the jacket. And stainless steel, we add it to the CNC. We add it to the number of wires, actually. All right, so for the second flavor, the 3-ply, which is 4500 denier, denier, however you want to say it. We would need to up the jacket on this, 23 to 25 mils to any min point to cover for the ripcords. So EJ becomes an SH jacket. We'll run the SH and we'll describe the EJ. Run the SH and describe what the EJ jacket would have given you. The SH will be thick enough, but we need to know what the EJ would have been. Water blocking powder and Firet tape go on physically together, but in the manufacturing, they can be added in either order. Stainless steel, we must put them on the 204. Stainless steel ripcords have to go on as concentric wires in the CNC routine because they don't lay on top of the wires. They have a hefty diameter. So we add the 2 wires to the number of wires or straps. C84 SC Okaline is encapsulatable, and it's semicon. For water blocking powder, we need the OD over the C53 layer. We're going to multiply that by 0.46 and add 0.17 and round up to tenths and use that as the material weight, and then use obviously the dollar value. We're going to add ripcords of 4500 denier 3-ply and woven water blocking separator tape under the jacket. Encapsulatable, number 8 or larger, not encapsulating. Need the tape and jacket over the tape. If the wires are 16 or 18s, you are wire shield. K63 U is when it's encapsulating. It must have the U. It's the only one that does that. F33 is the only encapsulatable PVC jacket. So K63, K69, F33, R16, R24, and C84 SC Okaline. The assumable jackets are K63, K69, and F33. We call something encapsulatable when it's capable of touching the C53 semicon. You can never encapsulate wire shield, even if a jacket is R16, R24, K63, or F33. It is not encapsulating if it is over a copper tape shield or a wire shield. No tape for any PVC jacket over copper tape. If you get the Plant 7 encapsulatable question and you're not over wires, it's no. You can never encapsulate wire shield. Wire shield, Richmond. If asked for wire shield and not told details, default to number 24 wires and have a CNC spec of WS. You can never encapsulate wire shield. Wire shield always has fabric tape over the wires to hold them. 410 and 4. 410 4, obviously. 3 triple extrusion. Use RS, not US. The lay is always 10. Wire shield, the lay is always 10. The 816 machine applies the wire shield in Richmond. We can manually calculate the run speed using the PF1 screen formula. Set up the labors that are listed in the Richmond book. As you do with tape over concentric wires, don't let the CNC over length go up. Do a WTP. Double shield is when you have copper tape and wires. The lay is always 8. This is the double shield copper tape and wires is the one where you're going to do through your spark 10% and then put it on hold, because then you got to go forward into your tape routine and you got to get some things out of there and come on out of it and start over. We'll cover that later.